Hi, and welcome. Thanks for joining me for this Advent reflection, this first week of Advent, Thursday, December 7th. You know, I'm of the age that when we traveled on vacation as a kid, it was at a time long before the internet. My mom would have to plot out each hotel for the next night using one of those guidebooks that we got from the hotel the night before. And it was a way that we knew that there was going to be a place for us to stay when we made it down the road. And more importantly, for us kids at least, it was the way that we told ourselves whether we were going to have a swimming pool or not, and maybe even a little arcade. And before cell phones became permanently attached to all of our hands, we would actually have to use something called a payphone. That's right, kids. A little phone you actually had to put a quarter in so you could make a telephone call. But that telephone call allowed you to make a reservation, guaranteeing you had somewhere to stay that next night. The interstate system really wasn't much of a thing yet, and so much of our trip was going to be spent on these state and county highways, which, as the day was slipped farther into night, they could tend to be this pretty dark and lonely places, especially in a country squire station wagon loaded with 4 tired kids and an underperforming air conditioner. And after what would seem upon hour of waiting as a kid, just as you thought you were surely lost, which I suspect might have been the case more times than not, there out of the darkness, reflecting on a steamy, shimmering blacktop, you caught that first glimpse of the familiar colors of green and gold neon in all their splendor. There it was. There was that 20-foot sign welcoming you to the Holiday Inn. You see, my mom, she was all fancy that way. No Howard Johnson for the Volkers, no sirree. When the Volker family traveled, we went in style, and we were welcomed by America's innkeeper. But imagine, if you will, traveling with 4 kids in a sweaty station wagon, the back of your legs wet with that sweat and those little dimples you would get from sitting hour upon hour of those plastic seat cushions. Imagine that even that seemed like a luxury. What if traveling like that was this dream far beyond your reach? Imagine a what? A 15-year-old girl? A 15-year-old 9 months pregnant girl? Riding for days upon the back of a donkey in the desert. Did I mention on the back of a donkey? Or you're making a trip that you do not want to be on. You're going to a place you do not want to go to, and you're traveling certainly at a time that you do not want to travel on the back of a donkey. And when you pull your donkey up to one door after another, after your hard trip, only be told, sorry, no room in the inn. How would you feel? You know, Advent is a gift. It's a gift of waiting, a gift of preparing, of expecting, a gift of longing for that special someone you hope is coming, that you dream is coming into your life. Now consider how disappointing and hurt you are when you find out that there's not one single room left in their inn. When all the fun that you've planned on sharing just was not going to happen. When all the dreams you held were not going to be fulfilled. Now you might have just a taste of how God our Father must feel when He pulls up to our inn. That place that He has been longing for, planning for, wanting to rest in, dreaming of sharing time with you. Only to be told, sorry, no room in the inn. You know, we have got to do better, people. We have got to wait better. Let's remember that each one of us is the innkeeper who must answer the knock upon that door. Each one of us will have to determine if we will make room for Jesus Christ.